at Charles Sturt University in the Bachelor of Early Childhood Studies program. For my Understanding and Using New Technologies course, I have been researching on whether or not cell phones have an impact on a young child's learning in elementary school. Based on the research I have done, I have found that there are both negative and positive outcomes on children's learning when using cell phones. An example of a negative outcome is that they can be seen as a distraction and may be disrespectful to the teacher and other classmates. However, a positive example is that there are many educational games on cell phones that are designed to encourage children's literacy and math skills. I've decided to interview a few people, my dad and my mom, to see what they feel cell phones do to the children's learning, how it impacts them. So what do you guys think? Do you think it's a negative or a positive thing?
I think it's a positive because the children are starting to learn numbers and things like that, so it's getting them to memorize things, like to call grandma's number. They can type in the numbers and call her up, and you can also teach them about 911, if they ever need that situation. So
do you think that's possible for children as early as kindergarten?
Yes, I do.
Do you think a kindergarten child should bring a cell phone to school?
Well, I don't believe they should bring it to school because it would be destructive in the classroom, but I mean on the side, at home, maybe at lunch.
Or what about if they leave it turned off during the class, because that is a lot of school policies, if they keep it in their backpack?
Yes, that makes sense, yeah.
But that, I can see how learning to use numbers and stuff, but for 911 that's more for safety reasons, not educational based, I guess I'd say.
Yeah, my negative reasons for them not having a cell phone is not really related to any educational aspect. I'm just more old-fashioned, and I feel that that should be a rite of passage, that they're far too young to have that privilege. I do think that a positive outcome of them having a cell phone, what Greg said as well, but also their fine motor skills would probably be developed very quickly. And it amazes me constantly how quickly children are picking up technology today.
And they have designed cell phones specifically for young children where the buttons are even larger and easier for them to push.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah, there's cell phones designed specifically for young children.
Mm-hmm.
And there's also monitoring too, where parents can get a cell phone for a child that only has, they can only call them, they can't make outgoing calls, and they can't text, so it can be basically for educational purposes, using the internet to play games or download information. Not necessarily at a kindergarten level, but once they reach like grade 2 or 3.
That to me would seem more appropriate, because the last thing we need are children calling 911 by accident or anything like that. No, I'm still old-fashioned and think that that's far too young for them to have that. I think kids should be outdoors playing in the fresh air, not on some other gadget as well. But I do see the educational benefits of it, for sure. Motor skills wise, as well as, just the basic numbers and learning their numbers and colors.
Well, when I was doing research, I came across something that was really interesting. This man, Matthew Kam, developed e-learning games for children in developing countries that don't have the ability to go to, or the opportunity to go to school as often. So it's games that specifically teach them English or teach them how to read, how to spell, so different literacy skills, and also math, and it's designed specifically for educational purposes. So I think in certain contexts, they can be useful.
That's really interesting.
Especially the text messaging, because they're starting to learn words and stuff like that. So it is interesting.
Yes, but text messaging during class can be distracting, and it can also be used for cheating on tests, I've read, or bullying, which can definitely affect a child's self-esteem, which in turn can affect their learning. So I guess there's no one right answer.
There's a fine line between what's appropriate and what's appropriate in a school setting, for sure.
Everyone has their own opinion. So, thank you very much. Great interview.
Thank you. I learned some things today. Thanks.